This conference will now be recorded.
Took some time. So for today, I will tell you like what I am taking. So from tomorrow onwards, I will be taking the complete class wise. Okay. So from tomorrow, I will be joining sharp at 7:30. So you can join 7:30 sharp. So today, I joined for 15 minutes. So today I'm not going to take any technical session. Just I will give an overview like how the course will go and what are the concepts we are going to cover and so those details. So as already yesterday I told, uh, my name is Satya and I have nearly 13 years of experience into Java and JP technologies. And most of the time I'm working as a developer. I'm more interested to work as a developer on the technical side. So and I work for nearly more than 10 projects. Among them, 6 projects are big projects, very big projects, and so remaining all some batches, some POCs, and some small projects, some services we created. So that is myself, and my interest is to upgrade myself. I will keep learning myself, like learning any new technology or any concept which I like. So that is my hobbies. And so for this full stack Java development course, so we are going to let me share my screen. So for this full stack development, we are going to start with SQL. So we are going to start with the SQL query language, SQL query language. So as part of this, we are going to use MySQL as the database. So MySQL as the database. To see commands, DML, TCL, all the language commands, language related syntaxes, and after that we'll be learning about the stored procedures, functions, and triggers and views. So we'll discuss about all this. And once your SQL course is done, it will take nearly, I guess, 10 days. At least you will try to complete in 10 classes. And after that, in the code. So as per me, this is the most this is the as you choose the Java code is the main base for doing all so this will be completing in 20 classes. I guess we'll be completing in 20 classes.
Satya, looks like you are on mute.
where from where I muted from here, from which line? Can you tell me now?
Actually, you were
Maybe
disconnected
my
5 minutes back.
okay. So from starting, you're not able to listen.
Very few words we heard, and your voice is breaking a lot.
Okay, my voice is breaking. 1 minute. 1 minute. Fine. Hello. So can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So actually, I think my audio has some issue or network has some issue. I think. So let me. From tomorrow, I will try to get a good network. So for today, let me know if we have any issues. Okay. So firstly, we will be starting our SQL classes. So mostly we'll be using the MySQL as the database, and it will take around 10 classes. And as part of this SQL, we're going to cover all the language statements, and after that, you will be covering the stored procedure, functions, triggers, views, and any other topics which I miss right now. Okay, and after the SQL, we are going to cover the core Java. So this core Java will be covering all the OOPS concepts and the exceptions, threading, and the serialization and collections, and all the Java new features like streams, lambda expressions, method by references, so functional interfaces. So all we will cover as part of this core Java. So is my voice clear or is still breaking?
It's better.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
clear.
Okay. Okay. So core Java will take around 20 classes. So mostly we'll try to complete within 20 classes. So after that, after core Java and SQL, we are going to cover the Maven. So Maven, it won't take much time. It will take around 2 classes. So we have to see how exactly the Maven works and what is the structure it will follow and how it will create the build. So for this, we'll be taking 2 classes for this Maven, and after that, we are going to discuss about this HTTP protocol. So, so when you make any call from the browser to any particular server, suppose now if you call from a browser something like google.com. So it is making a HTTP call to the one of the Google server. So how exactly this request is going and the response is coming back to the browser, and how the browser is displaying this result. So that basics we will try to cover as part of this HTTP protocol. So this also it will take 2 classes to complete. So after HTTP protocol, we'll be starting on the Spring framework. So after Core Java, there is one more concept here, JDBC. So JDBC it will take mostly 2 or 3 classes, I guess. So we'll try to complete in 2 classes. Okay. And so as part after HTTP protocol, you will be covering. So JDBC is nothing but we will connect to this MySQL database from Core Java. So what you have learned from your SQL and what you learned from Core Java. So here in JDBC, we will be using Core Java to connect it to your SQL. Okay. So after HTTP protocol, we will be starting with the Spring framework. So as part of Spring framework, we will be covering core module. After that, we will be covering the beans module, and after that, we will be covering the context module. So these 3 modules we will cover first, and after that, so we will be covering as part of this core beans context module, we will be covering JDBC template as well. Okay. So after JDBC template, we will start on the web MVC. So as part of web MVC, we will be covering JDBC template. We will start with Spring MVC framework. So as part of Spring MVC, we'll cover JDBC template as well. And after that, we'll be starting on the Spring Boot with REST services. So as part of this, we will be using Spring Data Repository as the GPI. So after the Spring Boot, there are small concepts which you have to learn. That is AOP one. One is logging, and the third one is something like transaction management, security, Spring security, how to provide security to your Spring application. And after that, so transaction management, if I have time, I will discuss about this transaction management at the end of this. So it will conclude your database layer and business layer. Okay, so exactly this will take 2 months to complete all these things. Okay, so after that we can start on the client side technologies. So I will start with HTML basics and JavaScript basics and Angular. So this will take around 15 to 20 classes, these 3. So after that, we will be discussing about the CI/CD tools like Bitbucket. So Bitbucket is the source repository. So like if I have time, I will discuss about Jira or Confluence, how exactly this will work. I will show all those things. So this is our course planning. So in these 3 months, we are going to learn all these technologies. Okay. So SQL is the most easy one. So it requires very minimum effort from your side to learn, but you have to keep practicing every day. So SQL is easy to learn, so I will start with SQL. So Core Java, it has more concept. It's not that much difficult, but it has more features. So that's why you will feel somewhat more like details. We'll have more details in this particular Core Java. So because it has so many features, it provides so many features. That's why in order to cover all those features, it has some more syntax, more concepts. Okay, so but it is also easy to learn. And after that, JDBC, and these are all we will be writing on this core Java and SQL. They will be having some additional jars and some API techniques to perform these operations. So these two, among these two are main. If you learn these two perfectly, so these will be somewhat easy for you to learn. Okay, so client side it will be HTML, JavaScript. JavaScript is similar to Java syntax, and Angular is it will follow your Spring MVC, how you follow MVC architecture. Your code is also like Angular code will be also same, but the syntaxes and the annotations, the jars they will be using different. Okay, so that is our plan. So from tomorrow I will join sharp at 7:30. Like so, and we'll be starting on the SQL directly. Okay, so tomorrow we'll be seeing how to install MySQL community server in our local, and we'll be discussing something about the language statements. Okay, so that's all I have for today. Sorry, like I if I get this information earlier, like actually they told me, but I thought they will send me a link directly before day. So if I got that information, I will be starting on the SQL today. So we'll be starting the SQL tomorrow at 7:30. Okay, so any doubts? If you have any doubts or anything in this particular entire 3 months duration, you can let me know. So mostly I will try to complete this before 3 months, because we can tell this course in installments also. You can keep on telling each and every in-depth details you can tell, and it will take nearly 1 year to complete all these details. It's a Java, core Java itself, I can tell at least 45 to 60 days. If you want to tell in-depth everything, like a uh, like everything detail, if you want to tell, you can take at least 45 to 60 days to complete this core Java alone. But as you are all BTech students, I hope so it will be already you have core Java in your curriculums. But if you don't have that as part of your BTech also, for your like for your experience or for your level, it will be enough 20 classes to learn this core Java. You don't need spoon feeding directly each and every line, but somewhat for you it will be 20 classes is enough to like learn the core Java. Okay, so any doubts? Anything you want to ask me? Okay, so if you don't have any doubts, we can meet at tomorrow 7:30 sharp, and I will be starting the SQL tutorial, like SQL language, how exactly it works. Okay, so that's all I have for today. If you don't have any doubts, you are free to drop off. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. I'll be there for 5 minutes.
Hello, Satya.
Yeah, yeah, Vishal, tell me.
Um, do you think any OOPS concepts needs to be revised before you start Java? Because I've been
Uh,
since 6 year left on particular coding. I was on
okay.
a other profile network, so that's why I'm asking this question.
No. So we are going to cover OOPS concepts as part of our core Java. So we don't need to refer. So we are going to cover all those concepts ourselves. So
Okay.
after our class, you can refer for them once, and you try to execute that concepts once. Then
Uh-huh.
it will be easy for you to remember. Yeah, for now, you don't need to refer any previous like you can from now onwards, from tomorrow, what we are learning in the class. If you practice for that at least for 2 times, then it will be end of the course. You don't need to practice any more tutorials. You will
Okay.
remember the concept for your like whenever see that code, you'll know that okay, this is the way it is coded, so you can make the
Mhm.
changes directly.
Right. Right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, thank you. Okay, thanks all for joining. We'll meet again at tomorrow 7:30. Thank you.
Thank you.